What do you know? The moon's still out. The moon must have wanted to pay the respects. And the orb's around the corner over there somewhere. But there's our sunrise. All kinds of different shaped clouds this morning. Actually picking them up fairly decent. I'm kind of guessing maybe those are getting drawn that way, which is south. I don't know. Maybe they're going the other way. Who knows? Here's what I wanted to show you, though. They came out of hiding underneath things and everything. They're kind of spread out over that whole piece. Not just the hillside part. There's some I can't see from here. Some down at the bottom. I made it all the way down to 52 degrees. And from what I can see, a fairly heavy dew. That's the fun part about making hay in this part of the state to begin with. A lot of places they have to do artificial dew to make hay because it gets too dry and it's not damp enough to hold the bale together or keep from shattering when they try to bale it. Here, yeah, it's damp enough every morning. I used to bale a lot of grass seed straw on the dew. I'd bale all night. Sometimes I'd bale through the dew and that wasn't always a good thing. But and this bunch is spread out too. And I hear a killdeer down there in the bottom. Imagine there's a nest down there too someplace. And kind of looks like he's still the only one up here. I don't see another one on the ground yet. Oh, this is nice. Wasn't this way the other day. We have a mole who has been very, 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 very busy right here. I don't know where the little bugger came in from. But right there's the start of his tunneling system here. And he's pushed up on the other side over there, all the way around. Don't quite know what to do to get rid of him in there, other than stand here with a shotgun in that damp spot. Actually, Blue might do it for me. He has the patience. He might lay here this afternoon. Because that sucker's going all the way around the edge of the concrete in here. Huh, it is interesting. Oh well. Here, we'll make this almost 4 minutes of your morning worthwhile. We'll start a calf's butt. What do you think, bud? Huh? What do you think? Yeah? He says, I'm just running around the ladies here and eating breakfast with them. And that's not your breakfast there, dude. Your breakfast is standing over here to my left, I think. Yeah, whiskey will give you a kiss. Okay, that's enough for now. Later, I wanted to get things going, but Becky's gonna go ahead and TED this stuff, and I gotta go see if I can get a disc unhooked and a baler hooked up. It ain't gonna be ready to bale today, there's no way. I checked it outside round after I fluffed it, and then our breeze quits, of course. With the humidity being higher, even though it's getting hot out, it still doesn't dry fast with the higher humidity. So maybe tomorrow we might end up having to run that tedder rake through it again. We'll see. And yeah, there's some dust. Freaking gophers and moles. They don't seem to be as bad over in this part of the field. I came all the way down along this fence. No dust at all. But she's about to get into the really dusty part. It's dusty along that east line. You know, you got neighbors that do absolutely nothing with the property that they've decided they're going to divide up and sell off to plant houses on. And so, you know, gophers and moles love that because there's nothing going on at all. And nobody but us. Well, I shouldn't say nobody but us, but, you know, we try to get rid of the damn things. But when all your neighbors don't do anything at all, it's kind of hard. Only neighbor that does, you can't see it from here. Guy that farms across the road, he's got a guy that comes in and gets moles once in a while. But they got a few main runs that come right over. So when he starts trapping up there, we find them because they start coming in down here. But hey, 'tis what it is. I'm going to guess we're probably already 80 degrees and it's 11 o'clock. I just know that sitting here on the bike, I'm soaked because there's no breeze. And I don't know if you can see the dust or not. My first round over there, I couldn't even see the tedder behind me. Let's zoom you in. Yep, there's the dust. The nice thing is, as long as the wind doesn't blow at her too hard, she should stay out of it for the most part. Well, it seems all the big tractors so far have needed an umbilical cord. Massey over there needed to get jumped again. Well, not today, but we went to get the rakes the other day. The International, now the 3394, and the 2294 only has enough juice for the battery warning light on the dash to come on. Nothing else comes on. So I'm not even going to try yet with the pickup, but this one was trying to turn, so a few minutes on the pickup, it'll go. The 2294, we'll take this thing out there for it. It's got a heavier set of jumper cables, and it's got three frickin' 1150 or 1200 amp batteries in it, and the cables still handle it. So even if I got to disconnect the cables that are on this stupid thing, it can sit back there for half an hour running. I don't care, as long as it'll fire up. Cause I got a phone call from a neighbor that we do a little custom baling for, and he's chomping at the bit. I'm thinking, like, dude, you know, you usually don't get that done until first part of July, but he needs the pasture, so he's got to get his hay off. I think he's going to cut tomorrow, which means I got to get the 3394 up on the hill and get the little baler and get it down here and get it ready to go. It might end up sitting on a battery charger after we get it fired up. See if we can fry the batteries up. One thing about Optima batteries, pretty much any of the AGM batteries, had a technician tell me years ago, this was at a starter rebuild shop, well, electrical rebuild shop, and they handled Optimas. They were the distributor. They got all the seconds back and all that stuff. You know, whether somebody bought one at G.I. Joe's and hooked them up wrong and blew a terminal off or whatever the reason, they get them back. And, you know, some of them, there wasn't anything wrong with them. But they'd put them on a charge, let them sit there and charge for however many days, and then they'd test them. We used to buy those blems for $20 a piece. Now you can't even find them, and they're not there anymore. I don't know who the distributor is anymore. Only place we can find them local is at Napa. The yellow tops, like what's in that one, the bigger yellow tops, hell, they're $350 now. But in the trucks, they're well worth it, even though there is so many batteries in them. The only one that don't have them is that little Freightliner. That still has an old suitcase battery in it, wet piece of junk, but it hasn't failed yet. And pickup's got one of the smaller yellow tops. It's about old enough to vote too, but it still goes. And it still jumps these guys. So, anyway, by the way, I did look after I took the last little clip of video. It's like 86 degrees already. Not even noon yet. Gotta love it. Oh, Russ Thomas, he's down there in Tennessee. He's freezing his hind end off because they're in the 50s. Man, 50s is comfortable. That's t-shirt weather. You don't need the hoodie and the sweatshirt and all that other stuff on. Jeez. Think you're a Murphy or something and think you're freezing at 80 degrees. Becky is still out tedder raking. She just finished her second field. She's going to go to start the third one. Either that or she's going to call it a day. And number 2 is learning how it is to pull main caps.
Learning? I already did it.
Yeah. She's finding out what it's like to do what we did out at school. That's the second one we've looked at. Looked at the rear main first. It doesn't show as much wear as that one, but they're worn. The good thing is, so far, the main journals on the crank are right there, right at specs. So that means we order a standard kit. And I had a brain fart when I was thinking I was going to use a set of mics on those, because you can't get them in there. So we're cheating. Right there. The measurement I'm coming up with is actually a couple thousandths small, but that is going on a little beyond snug. Figure as long as it slides on all of them the same, they're all good. So that's how we're doing it. Close as we can measure, we're right there. She just asked if I'm YouTubing this.
I can't see it.
This is how we're cheating and she can't see it. And I'm going to say that one's good too because I've got this set just a touch tight. And it's stuck. So
you tell me you can't see it, so you get your phone out to YouTube this.
She gets her light out, then she doesn't shine it where I can see anything anyway. Ah! I'm still shining. Becky got the 2 bigger fields done. Tractor's sitting there on the edge of the other one. I don't blame her. It's been 90 degrees plus all freaking day she's been out there. And that's the slowest thing we have to do for hay. And, of course, no cab. Cows are back out. This group out here, they're already clearing back there. I don't know if you can see them through there or not. There they are. Only one in the barn is Bam Bam, the bull out of the other group. His group of cows is down by the trees in the bottom. That thing's still sitting there. Never did bring the service truck back to fire it up, so. And I didn't get the 3394 pressure washed yet. Got to do that and fix the exhaust before I go hooking the baler up. And it's a day. See the overcast. It's humid. So, number 2 and I got part of those bearings checked. The caps are all loose except for the front and the rear. We pulled both those and checked them. They both checked good. Checked, what was it, number 2 I think we checked. It was good. So, I don't see any reason why the others shouldn't be good. Got that thing out of the way for now. So, I was gonna do a little clip over by the flag. I didn't. We usually got a flag on the antennas on the tractors, but you know, they get bad and gotta replace them. Haven't done that yet. So remember what Memorial Day is all about. It's not about the garbage can and the recycle can either. It's about those who have sacrificed their lives so that we can still live in the freest country in the world. Not that those freedoms are what they used to be, but there's a parting shot. Thanks for watching, everybody.